We're so used to saying to someone, "What do you need from me?" And now what we're saying is you have to move from that to what problem can I solve for people who are ready to pay? It is going to require a little bit of a mindset shift, but we're going to show you that it's possible to do quickly, and it may be a matter of survival. So you need to really make that shift.
It's really relatively simple to create a five-figure stream of income this year, right? And so that can cover your mortgage, your rent, for most people, the average person. And so I'm going to share our upcoming Decode Your Talent and Design Your Five-Figure Income Boot Camp with an optional 4-week group coaching. You're talking about accelerated. Listen, we are not wasting any time. Start date is June 23rd. The week of June 23rd, we are going to meet every day, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to go over the following. Here's the boot camp breakdown. Day one, the theme is discover what makes you brilliant. What is your zone of genius, right? It's like swimming downstream, right? You don't want to swim upstream when you're starting your business or your next stream of income. You want it to flow effortlessly. So we're going to help you figure that out. And that is the Decode Your Zone of Genius, AKA Talent Day. Then on day two, the theme is stop guessing and start monetizing. You're going to align your genius with a profitable problem. So Andrea talked about there's so many problems out there that you don't even know people will pay for you to help them solve. There are people that don't have the time, may not want to do it. There are so many opportunities that are out there for us. So then day three, we're going to talk about building your signature offer and digitizing your delivery. We're going to learn about offer creation, and Andrea is going to help you learn how to create a digital doppelganger blueprint. For those of you that may not know what a digital doppelganger is, can you just share what that is?
Yeah. So with AI becoming ubiquitous everywhere, now you can create a digital twin, a AI version of yourself that can show up in places and at times that you can't or don't want to. That's it.
That will be covered on day three. Then day four, the theme is build visibility and trust with your ideal client. So we're going to show you how to show up, stand out, and sell. And again, guess what? If you are not the best negotiator, there are people out there that will negotiate on your behalf for a commission, but we also have to take the fear out of talking about money. Black women, when it comes to negotiating, we are at the bottom of the pack. We have a fear of talking about money, and especially money in larger numbers. And then on day five, that is when we plan your next 5 figures with confidence, the 90-day income plan. So it'll be broken down into 30, 60, and 90 days, what you should be doing to get you to secure that 5-figure bag. And then we take a break the 4th of July week, and we come back the week of July 8th, where we expand upon the 5-day boot camp with weekly coaching and helping you secure everything that you learned and put it into action. And so, Andrea, can you share more about it? And then I'll pull up a little bit more about the emotional types.
Yeah, well, I just want to say that this requires for some a mindset shift, right? We're so used to saying to someone, "What do you need from me?" And now what we're saying is you have to move from that to what problem can I solve for people who are ready to pay? Instead of somebody telling you what problem to solve, you now figure out what problems you can solve and charge people for that. Instead of asking for permission, you have to give yourself permission. Instead of, saying I'm great at my job and taking pride, which you correctly had the right to do, now you have to say, I'm building something that is going to outlive my job.
Mhm.
Right. So it is going to require a little bit of a mindset shift, but we're going to show you that it's possible to do quickly, and it may be a matter of survival. So you need to really make that shift.
And I just want to say that when you have someone on your team that has been certified in human resources and human behaviors and diversity, combine that with diversity, equity, and inclusion, you're going to get insights that the average person is not able to give you. Because guess what? When we talked about, it may not mean that you're leaving your job today. Maybe this is something you could pitch to your current job. Whatever the idea is that you are coming up with or that we help you develop, these are things that some companies may need your assistance with. And they don't even know it until you bring it to them. And you may not have to leave your job, but you can add additional income streams from your current employer. So, Andrea, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I just saw an article today that Doge realized that they cut too many people, so they are going to try to hire some people back. Now, I don't know how many people are going to want to write those essays to go through the process, but I know one thing: if they let me go and realize that they needed me, I would say, okay, well, here's my new rate,
Mhm.
and here's what the terms and conditions are going to be,
Right.
right? So my shingle would go up so fast.
Exactly. And so with all the cuts that are happening in corporate and every place else, there's still fulfillment that's going to be needed in certain areas. So you definitely want to be prepared to say, you know what, I know you cut Sally, Susie, and Kenya from this department, but I, do have this side consultant business where I can, help you offset some of the clients that need the help in this area, whatever. But these are ways that you can also. So it's not all about only starting your own business to leave a company, but to also see what other companies you can tap into that can help you get to that 5 figures, 6 figures, and beyond. But I want to also share with you some of the strategies we will use during the boot camp. And so I just want you to understand multiple streams of income is no longer an option. It's not. It is purely necessary. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
Period.
What? I've always said, as a single mother, that I wanted my son to be raised in a two-income household. But as a single woman, I knew both of those incomes had to come from me.
Right.
So that's not new to me.
But now with job insecurity at all facets, you used to get a government job. Listen, that I went to college in DC, Howard, home of the government jobs. So many people used to tell me, get a government job.
Like
Stay
that was
there for
safe,
30
right? That's
years, safe security, you just go up in the ranks and that is it. That is no longer the case anywhere. And then with the tariffs and inflation, private sector is laying off more quicker than ever before. Jobs, companies are closing. Like we don't have the option anymore to decide if we want multiple streams of income. And again, just what the future of corporate looks like. The end of safe, future proof your career is what the headlines are saying. Work disrupted, preparing for the unknown, career crash courses, planning for uncertainty, tomorrow's unemployment today, plan B, what to do when your job isn't forever. Like, listen, we need to be proactive versus reactive. I've been saying this since November of last year, but Andrea came and joined us in January to, let us know that now is the time to get really serious about these streams of income. And how we're going to do that is first by learning your emotional type. I do want you to know that there are typically 4 emotional types: the empath, the rock, the gusher, and the intellectual. All of us fall into one of those traits more so than the other. Now, you can have some overlap, but we're going to give you an assessment and let you be able to learn exactly what your emotional type is, and therefore learning what type of business or what type of products or services you should be leaning into. But you have everything from the rock, well, the empath to the rock, the gusher, and the intellectual. But the beautiful thing is once you find out which category you belong to, you'll learn the path of least resistance for you when you are developing your business, right? And just to give you an at a glance view, Your emotional type plus your natural talents is a formula for success, right? If you're an empath, then we share with you exactly what your natural talent tends to involve: healing, deep listening, creating safe spaces, emotional translation, guiding others gently. Again, I'm not going to go through each one of these emotional types. This will be part of the boot camp as well as the coaching, but this is what we are going to use as part of the strategy. And again, I'm not going to go through each of the business ideas, but what we will deliver are low cost startups, low to no cost startups that many of us can use to start that next stream of income.
I just want to say that that's one of the things that I got to say I'm so proud of. So, one, I am so grateful that you had the heart to be thoughtful about how can we help, and you're always thinking about ways. How can we help? How can we help? Secondly, is to understand the reality. You know, when I was in business school, I thought starting a business took millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or a lot of money at the very least. But we have been really thoughtful about the types of businesses that can be started with little to no money. And that is intentional because if we're going to say you got to start something in 5 days, we can't expect you to come up with with a bunch of money. So we have focused on those businesses that can be started with little to no money. And I'm really proud of that.
Exactly. And the great thing is you're already starting with a network, right? The great thing about this community, you are starting with a network of people who have the same intention and mindset. Because I know a lot of times our friends, our family members, our social circles may not get it, may not understand what you are trying to do. But when you join a community like this, you are already setting yourself up to be in community with people who get it, that are not going to be like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, no one needs that. No, you're getting in community already with people who already get it. And that's why I joined many, I have coaches, I have different communities that I belong to, which are necessary because those are the people that I don't have to spin my wheels trying to force them to understand. And they will give constructive criticism. And so, again, this is your invitation to join the Decode Your Talent and Design Your Five-Figure Income boot camp, as well as group coaching, where you'll receive support, you'll receive community, and you will receive accountability. Again, use the discount code DECODE at checkout for your discount. You have different payment options once you go to checkout.
This is the last weekend to take advantage of the discount, so go ahead and sign up now. You could catch the whole interview with Andrea if you click the image at the top left, and also another video that YouTube thinks you may like will be at the bottom left. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and we thank everyone who signed up already. See you in class.